All right, I'm back, and with sound. Um, okay, Darth Parkus. I brought up my Yeti Blue microphone from downstairs, even though I hate lugging it back and forth. But I got a lot of complaints about the other mics, so I didn't have OBS set up for this one, so that's why you had no sound there for a second. So I apologize. As I was saying, I don't know how I feel about tonight's episode. Overall, I was bored. I don't really care about Saru's planet. I don't care about his species. It was cool to see the Bach, the whatever they're called, the bad guys. I can't even remember. I have to go watch it again. I'm just not. I wasn't in the best of moods. I think when I watched it, it's one of the reasons the whole Trekyards admin team is gushing over how good it was. I'm just kind of like meh. For me, it wasn't as exciting as the last two episodes. So that's where I stand on that. To be perfectly fair and honest with you, Orville tonight was far superior. If you haven't watched Orville tonight, you need to watch Orville. It's a great one. Um, yeah, seeing the aliens that were harvesting the Kelpians was very cool. I did not expect them to look like, you know, they crawled out of a well, uh, like the little girl from The Ring. I did not expect them to look like that. So that was an interesting twist. I kind of was going for the vibe originally that they were just evolved Kelpians but then we got the twist that they were actually once hunted by the Kelpians, and then the roles got reversed. So the Baul, yeah. So I just don't know if I wasn't in a good enough mood to watch it. I'm very tired. I've had a long day, and I really don't feel like doing this live tonight, but I am here for you guys, and hopefully you guys appreciate that. Hope the picture's okay. It looks a little bit grainy for some reason in my preview window there, but should be fine. If it's not, you know what? I'm gonna upgrade to this one for future lives, perhaps up here, because this is the one I used to film with, and it's like very high quality. So I might switch to this one for next week. I don't know. I will bring up this Yeti Blue microphone because everybody was complaining about the other one being low quality. So hopefully this is better. No Spock tonight at all. Expected something a little more in the way of Spock, but that's fine. Yeah, I don't know what to say, guys. I'm just not impressed. I think the coolest part of it for me was the Dr. Colbert part where he was talking about how his body doesn't feel right, and she's like, "Well, it was made from your your DNA material, so it's a brand new body. You have to kind of break it in. Essentially, your nervous system isn't quite up to what it should be, but as far as I'm concerned, you get back to your life." So that was the coolest part for me. The Saru part was Pike was a bit of a badass. He was a little more forgiving than I would be when they were starting to target all the obelisks or all the structures. I would have been like, stand down or you're going to be destroyed. I wouldn't have this whole spiel about we can work together to bring your planet to live in harmony, blah, blah, blah. He kind of did the very Federation thing there. James Mount says, so is the Red Angel Spock or Michael? That's a very good question. Because, yeah, with Saru's enhanced sight, he could see that it is a humanoid. Whether alien or human, we don't know yet, but it has a mechanical suit, essentially. It's probably Burnham. Burnham's gonna, like, sacrifice herself and become these Red Angels that can traverse time, and she's helping out all the people on Discovery. I don't know. I loved how Pike was like, "You're going down to the planet Burnham," and she's like, "I think Saru should go," and Saru's like, "I'm the best for this," and Pike's like, "No, no, no, we don't know what your new evolution, uh, what effects it'll have," and as soon as she said no, I think Saru should go. I'm like, yes, finally, Burnham's not going on an away mission. Well, guess what? She went on the away mission yet again. Andrew Steele puts in $1.99. Those Sentinel ships were cool. The Sentinel ships reminded me a lot of either Tholian ships or the Preserver obelisks. I didn't really find them cool, to be honest. I thought it was... I don't know. I'm sorry I'm such low energy tonight, guys, but I don't feel like doing this tonight. So it might not be a long one, but if you guys have any comments or questions, definitely feel free to ask. I will try to address them. I just don't know what to say about this episode. It was just, for me, it was overall kind of boring. It was interesting, again, seeing the Baul or whatever they were called, and hearing the history of Saru's people or his planet, but to force everyone to go through this pain just to evolve, I mean, it's interesting. It's going to cause an interesting dynamic, but I don't know what to say. Foley, are you going to see Anti-Tracker tonight? No, I'm not. I wouldn't say it's a meh episode, Project Akiva. A lot of people thought it was really good. Like I said, the Trekyards admins were all gushing over how great it was. And I was like, it's kind of meh for me. And they're like, oh, come on, seriously? Seriously? Did you actually watch it? I'm like, yes, I watched it. I don't know. But no, I'm not going to watch Anti-Tracker because his first watches are frustrating because he doesn't watch it. He doesn't watch it all the way through, then go back and review it. He just starts watching it and pauses every few seconds to make fun of something or laugh at it. It's a little too negative for me, so I won't be joining Anti-Tracker tonight. So you can tell him that, but I didn't find it boring, but not everything speaks to everyone the same way. Yeah. I like the menacing ships and Pike's badass attitude about them. See, the ships weren't menacing. They're just paper cutout ships of the week. And what's with the redress of the transporter room to be the alien ship? That was the cheapest damn thing I'd ever seen. Like I said, as soon as it was over, I switched over and watched Orville, and I was blown away by Orville because it was just fantastic tonight. So kind of wish we were doing the Orville reviews instead of Discovery stuff, to be honest, especially tonight. We will be covering the Orville stuff. I just want to address that for you guys. We will be covering the Orville stuff in a live discussion, kind of breaking down all the episodes. We're not going to go through them scene by scene like we did last season, just because of the viewership and numbers for that. But yeah. It can be meh to you. It's all subjective. That's what makes you cool. You feel how you feel, and that's what we love. Well, like I said, I had a rough day. I had a long day. I'm tired. I don't know if it's just my frame of mind watching it. As always, I watch it, then Orville, then come up here, do this live with you guys, and then I have to go back down and rewatch it and take my notes for our filming session tomorrow, and our live discussion tomorrow at 5 Eastern Standard Time. So you can tune in for that, but by all means do so. I have a feeling, I have a distinct impression that Samuel is going to absolutely love this episode. But that being said, generally, when I think he's going to love something, he finds a lot of problems with it. I can see him having a lot of issues with this, but did I understand that Saru's species were the aggressor originally to the other? Yes, you did understand that. I do like the new thing that grew in the ganglia place, kind of like a dart thrower. That's kind of cool. In my opinion, the overall scenario in this episode was very Trek, but for me it was boring. Oh, glad I'm not the only one. Though I thought class Trek fans will love it. it didn't feel super Star Trek to me. It felt very dark for some reason, more so than a lot of other Discovery episodes, I think. And I don't know why. I just had this overwhelming feeling that I don't like this episode. Not that I hate this episode. It was well done as far as a lot of elements went, but I could just care to not watch it again, you know? Samuel is set for a diatribe. Absolutely, he will be. I don't know how many notes I'm going to take. But so what happened to Spock's shuttle? They just seemed to stop following it, or did I miss something? Oh, they caught it the last episode. They caught up to it, and Georgia was on board because she had found it before they did, and Spock had already abandoned it, so they're still not sure where Spock is. Hate the episode. It betrays Trek. This felt like a proper application of the darker elements of last season. Star Trek Discovery fans want to see Spock. From what I've heard, rumor-wise, and according to IMDb and a few other things, he's only in it for like the last episode, which I don't believe that for a second, really. Just to have him in for one episode, but who knows? I was joking. Saru was going to be a superhero after his fear ganglia fell out, and it turned out that Saru is a superhero now. Yeah. Judging from last week's preview, I don't know. I want to see Spock. Well, I didn't. Judging from next week's preview, I didn't see next week's preview because, as I said before, it airs on Space here, which is network TV, and it always runs over an hour now because of commercials. So I missed the first little bit of Orville, which kind of sucks. But I don't get a next week on Discovery thing, which is kind of good. But at the same time, I do end up watching it before next week at some point. I do see the trailer for it. So I don't know what's happening next week. The preview shows him next week. Okay, well, there you go. The Federation should bomb the Baul if they try killing the Kelpians now. Warning shots, maybe missiles at the airports. They gave it away in the preview. Spock is hiding on Vulcan. Oh, that's why Burnham said she had to go to Vulcan. She had to go back to Vulcan. That's very interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. I'll have to see. Was that the tar pit monster from TNG that killed Tasha? No, I don't think so. I mean, maybe they're going to retcon it that they get expelled from that planet and only one of them survives, or they get scattered about, and I don't know. Burnham's reaction to Saru confronting Pike was a riot. Yeah, I love how Pike didn't back down either. Pike's like, because Saru's a tall mamma jamma. He's like, and then like Burnham's like way short, way down here. It's like, ooh, Saru grew some balls. Yeah, Armis is the guy's name that killed Tasha, yeah. I wonder how many months of pay Saru is going to lose for the console terminal he broke. I know, it's like, just crushes it, squeezes it. Well, it shows his strength, right? I don't know how I feel about this episode. I just don't know how I feel, guys. I'm just, overall, a sense of blah. I mean, most of the day was pretty good, pretty upbeat, but just started watching that and just kind of burned out halfway through it and just didn't care. And then the Orville really surprised the shit out of me. So I was certain the twist was going to be that the Baul were just post-evolved Kelpians. They seem to be hinting that Saru's increased aggression and certain lines. Yeah, I thought the same thing. For most of it, I was thinking, it's just the other Kelpians that have evolved that aren't allowing this small group or these tribes to evolve. That's kind of what I thought too. Everyone on Saru's planet wears badass disco platform shoes. Well, yes they do. Yes they do. Is this audio better than last week, guys? I just want to make sure, because the microphone is still down there. It's farther away with this table. But it is the Yeti Blue microphone. It's not the other one. So I want to make sure it's all good, because it is the expensive microphone tonight. Even though I didn't want to have to drag this upstairs all the time when I do these, but whatever. Yes, the audio is fantastic. That's good. Is the picture good? Because like I said in my preview window, I kind of look a little pixely and stuff. And I don't know why. I'm using the same ASMR mic. Yeah, absolutely it is. Upgrade. Yeah, it is an upgrade. This is the one I use for all my other videos downstairs, so. While on the Baul ship, the sisters Ganglia were fine till the end. We can appreciate the effort in bringing the big mic. Well, yeah, it is black, so it is big. Little pixels, yeah. Yeah, a tiny bit pixely. See, that bothers me. Ugh. I don't know why it would be pixely. No matter what, something's going wrong with these damn things. It's a little annoying. See if I do this though. There, that might be better. I just upped the resolution on the webcam. I don't know. Still looks kind of pixely on my end, but whatever. Extremely sad the family and my friends had given up on Orville. I still love it. They gave up on it? Why would they give up on it? It's been nothing but consistently good. Not bad video, however, it is a little blurred. See, what the hell? Man, I think it just might be the autofocus. Hold on. It's also not the best lighting up here. Just one time that Sylvie and I were up here, it was blurry at first because the autofocus was acting up. My girlfriend asked you about painting a starship in space and was so happy that you answered her. Oh, or I said magic. Yeah, I don't know about that. The season 1 of Discovery, where they had to change it from USS to ISS Enterprise or Discovery, they used little work bees to do it. So I'm not sure. I think it might be some kind of conductive hull material, perhaps, that can be altered, because you really wouldn't paint in space, you know. Oh yeah, I can see your fingerprints just fine. Well, it should autofocus on my face then, but like I said, the lighting up here is not the best. I do have one of the filming mics, or filming lights, set up there. I do have 2 more, but they aren't up here right now. I just hate being blasted with light when I'm filming, but Babel gave me the impression of the Tholians. Yeah, the ships were very Tholian-like, but I didn't find the ships impressive at all. I was very underwhelmed by the ships. It's just like, wow, just take a preserver obelisk and throw it in space, why don't you? Because that's exactly what happened. You should do some Trek ASMR. There's an idea. They use space crayons. Yes. And markers, Crayola markers. One stupid line as well, don't recall who said it, trying to figure it all out, we need Spock. I don't remember hearing that line. I forgave Orville being retreaded TNG when it was comedic. Now it's quasi-drama, it's just a dull retread with rom-com underpinnings. Yeah, I can see that. But I do really enjoy the Orville. So can we rule out the Iconians now? I hope so. Good God. I did notice that, yeah, it looked very mechanical and stuff, and then they went on to explain that, so that was really cool. Although I don't know why it came and focused on Saru. I think it's because it's somebody that Saru knows, and somebody had said earlier, maybe Michael Burnham or Spock. Okay. I can see either one. I can't really see Spock doing it. I can see Michael Burnham doing it, though. Her becoming a Red Angel at the end of the series. Whatever. The Red Angel is obviously Janeway. How did the ships come in on an intercept course and then just appear? I know. I thought that was kind of dumb too. The Federation is more technically advanced, and yet, whatever. I really liked the episode, although it was pretty intense. I don't think that's a problem as long as Pike continues to be great and the characters have more uplifting attitude. It was great to see Arya, or Ariel, or a robotic lady that's not robotic. She has a line or two. That was cool. Someone on Discovery needs to Google search the sphere info. I am sure it has all the answers to the Red Angels. Burnham said it very dramatically. We need Spock. The sphere is Google. Google's sphere the answer. It could be Wesley. Yes, please be Kess. Wow, you guys are coming up so... Ariam, that's her name, thank you. Did you see Burnham use her communicator like a cell phone again? Very... so annoying. Yeah, I did notice that. It is kind of annoying, to be honest. Do you remember Babylon Squared, where the guy in the spacesuit ended up being Sinclair in the future? I get that vibe from the Red Angel. Oh, you kidding me? Yeah, I can see that. A future. Oh my god. Well, they did mention the tachyons in the last episode that Pike said could have been time travel, or it could be a cloaking device or a transporter. So I wouldn't rule time travel out, to be perfectly honest with you. I thought the Red Angel was Jet Reno, but now they are implying it uses futuristic technology. I don't think so anymore. I'm laughing at the episode because deep inside I'm actually sad. It's literally Sinclair from Babylon 5. I think the suit looks like it has female hips. Well, you would notice that, Jeff. The Red Angel, Zeus Skywalker, he went to the Star Trek universe after he faded away in The Last Jedi. You know what? Could be. Ooh, I like the Bab Square loop thing. Bab Square loop thing. What is that? Jet Reno, is that a real theory? Red Angel was thick, yo. Maybe it's Tilly. That's why it's red, because it's red hair. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be too entertaining tonight, guys. I apologize. But you're still here and you're still watching. 100 people. That's amazing. I feel like I'm letting you all down somehow. I love how they steal things from every sci-fi except Trek. Oh. It's Dr. Colbert. Hey, you know what? That's an interesting theory. I really like that. So Oscar Castillo, that's a great theory. I love that. For a second, it looked like Saru and Pike were going to go to blows. I know. I thought the same thing. I even said to Sylvia, I'm like, you better be careful, Pike. He has no fear anymore. But I love how Pike stayed the captain and was like not backing down. So that was awesome. We all share your disappointment, Captain. Future Chili with advanced Mary Sue abilities. Oh, yeah. There you go. The Culver B story was barely a B story. I know, but it was the most interesting thing from that episode, in my opinion. I love how he lost his scar. Because and it's funny when she said that, the doctor of it went very quiet, like, well, that's what made me me. It's one of those things. Because Stamets went in this long spiel about how he decided to keep the scar and because it was a reminder, but now that he's got a new body, he could have the scar added again, I'm sure. But I'd be fine. I got a few scars like that. A huge scar right there on my arm. Right there. Not that you care, but right there. That's from a sword fighting accident 20 plus years ago. And it's a huge scar. I should have had stitches. I didn't get stitches for it, but Doesn't make me me. It's just it's there, right? It's a bad wolf scenario. Whoever the Red Angel will create itself. Yeah, absolutely. I have seen the Lost the Scar thing somewhere else. I thought I had too. I thought it kind of brought back a memory or two, but I couldn't think where. Dreamer out there puts in $5. Thank you very much, sir. That's much appreciated. I just got off work. We are disappointed with. Are we disappointed with tonight's episode? Not disappointed. It still kind of had a Trek vibe to it, even though it was really dark. And for me, it was very boring because I really don't I don't care about the Kelpians. I don't care about Saru's species or his planet. So when I knew that's what it was about, I was just kind of like, ugh. So I found it rather boring and rather dragged out. It didn't seem to go fast like the last couple episodes did, which I rather enjoyed the last few episodes. This one just seemed to drag on, and I just wanted it to end. So I know a lot of people are. Jeff will tell you that the Trekyards admin team is like, oh, it's a fantastic episode. It's absolutely great. And our one admin, Joe, he's like going on about it. And I'm like, it was kind of meh for me. He's like, really? Are you kidding? Yeah. It was all right. Like I said, Orville was infinitely better tonight. Infinitely better. And more brighter. It was cool seeing the Orville landed on a planet with the sunlight streaming through all the windows. That was really cool. Stamets really going to be pissed when he finds out that the Mushroom Realm made Culver straight. Oh, that's funny. I'm really sorry the show upsets you so much. I don't love it, but for the most part, I enjoy it. Hey, Alexandra, I've loved the last few episodes. I thought they were great. This one I enjoyed it enough, but it was kind of like trudging along for me. I just found myself a little bit bored with it. So maybe on a rewatch, when I rewatch it to take my notes, I'll have a different viewpoint or different mindset. I don't know. We'll see. Now I talk to Samuel about it tomorrow. I can see Samuel absolutely loving this episode. However, I can also see him not liking it and saying it's bad writing or bad choices. And yes, whoever earlier said he'd go on a diatribe tomorrow, he absolutely will. He lost his scar, went to the same place as his beard. Yes. They should make a Super Mario crossover in the Mushroom Kingdom. There you go. Do the Kelpians remind anyone else of the Namekians? I don't know what they are, so no. The last night's episode, the first episode produced under a new direction. Was this episode the last? I believe it was. It was the new production team, I think. Hi, Captain. I watched The Big Bang Theory because it was William Shatner in it. Did you see it? No, I don't watch The Big Bang Theory. So I saw like one or two episodes. One with Leonard Nimoy, or a little Spock action figure, but don't watch Big Bang Theory. Culver is in the morgue. This is another Culver from another universe. They are Piccolo's species from Dragon Ball Z. Okay, well, there you go. Don't watch Dragon Ball Z. I know there's some dude named Vegeta or Vegetable Boy or something, and a Goku, but I don't watch it. Sorry. A lot of my friends do, but... Odd theory. I think Spock likes Uhura because of the weird connection with Burnham. Oh, that's just wrong. He doesn't even like Uhura. It was like 2 episodes, like Charlie X and one of the other first episodes, that there's some kind of hint there that Spock and Uhura might have had a thing or developed a thing. And I think that's all the episodes that the guys that made the 2009 JJ film watched, because it's like, oh, Spock and Uhura, they have a thing. They have to have a thing in this. That's what we have to do. Really? Did you watch TOS? If anything, it would be a Chapel and Spock. But anyway. Vegetable Boy is correct. Well, there we go. Dr. Colbert will likely be a superhero now, too. He can team up with Saru to battle supervillains. Yes. Call it Teen Discovery or something more clever than that. My brain is encased in concrete right now because I feel like, I'm just tired. The Man Trap. Okay, I was gonna say the Man Trap, but I wasn't sure if it was that one or not. I think that's the one where she talks about what's Vulcan like when the moon is full. Vulcan has no moon. No, it has like 3 or 4, according to the motion picture, and yesteryear, and a few other times when we see it. Uhura would never have been overt in their relationship. They would have been discreet. Yes, but they wouldn't have had a relationship either, so there's that. I'm convinced red matter comes from the Red Angels, whoever it is. Ugh, you know what? I can see that happening too. Oh my god, you guys are bringing up some interesting theories. And I don't like them. They're interesting and I can see them using them, but it's a stupid idea. Spock also saved himself when he was a kid. Is that canon? Yes. Yesteryear is the only one that of the animated series, they actually considered canon. Gene Roddenberry considered both seasons canon until 15 years after, when TNG went into production. Then he said TAS wasn't canon at all, except for Yesteryear. That's still going to be canon. And I think now it's been reset again that most, if not all, of the animated series is canon. So, hey, Mr. Captain 93, how you doing? The Red Angel is the Eye of Sauron from Lord of the Rings. Maybe. Isn't the Reality Stone in Marvel red? And Star Trek is in Marvel. Ooh. Things that make you go, They fixed the Vulcan moons in their motion picture, the director's cut. I rewatched it again recently. It's much better than the theatrical cut. It is much better than the theatrical cut, but I didn't notice that they fixed the moons, so that's interesting. I'm at a place right now where if I heard Discovery was ending, I wouldn't feel terrible. I'd feel a little upset if I heard that it was ending for sure, but they've had a good track record so far with season 2, and this episode didn't feel awful. Like I said, it just, for me personally, it didn't sit well. I don't know what it was. There's just something weird about this episode, but as I said, it could be my mood, it could be my tiredness. I don't know what it is. It's just, I don't know if this came up yet, but is anyone afraid that Spock is the Red Angel? It's come up once, and I don't think that would ever be the case. That just seems silly. If anything, I think the theory that it was Burnham makes more sense, personally. We are very close to the end of the season. They need to start to wrap it up. They do. Dave, opposite for me. I'm much more invested now than during season 1, as am I. If they ever remaster the animated series beyond what they've done, they should have newly created animated visuals to go with the original soundtracks. No, they need to fix the soundtracks. I hate the soundtrack in the animated series. It is too much, too often. Ugh. But yes, updated visuals would be cool. What's the ship count this season? 2, I think. Yes. There was also a Vulcan shuttle, which we had seen before. The medical shuttle. But yeah, the Section 31 ship and Discovery and Enterprise being towed away by some work bees. Or some tugs. So 14 episodes this season. See, I've heard more than that, but Andrew Steele puts in $1.99. Night. Hope they find the beard and scar somewhere. Do you really, though? Do you really? Oh, and the Katinga. Yeah, the holographic Katinga. There you go. Or D7, as they say, even though it's a Katinga. How much so far has this season had anything to do with the red things? They've been mentioned in every episode. They kind of bookend each episode. They start out with it, they end with it. Sometimes with like the New Eden one, it's kind of like a ongoing thing throughout the episode. This one, it kind of was, because they got called to Saru's planet because a red thing appeared there. So it's been pretty consistent with them, so I got to give them credit for that. I like the way they're doing it, how they do feel episodic, and yet they're still tying in that overarching storyline. Picard will be the Red Angel. He will take suit helmet off and say, anyone got some Earl Grey? No, see, what happens is Picard borrows Magneto's suit and helmet and uses his psionic powers from him being Professor X to become the Red Angel. That's what's going to happen. They are Ziggy from Quantum Leap setting up each episode plot. Yes. I think the rumors that the Red Angel is Spock fixing the timeline are more and more true. Spock or Burnham. You know, if they fix the timeline, I'm all for it. But don't be Spock. I can't see Spock doing it. In an altered state of mind, possibly. But I can't see him doing it because the Red Angel came to him to help save Burnham. Which could be Spock from the future. It could also be Burnham from the future. So I don't know. It's hard to come up with things when I'm tired, guys. The Red Angel was Roddenberry trying to restore the timeline. There you go. Has there been anything similar to the Red Angel in other series? I'm trying to think of clues. No, the closest thing would be the red matter, and I think you're right, whoever said that the red matter will eventually be what the Red Angels become, perhaps. Hi diddly ho, everybody. Well, hi diddly ho, Brian McFarland. Discovery Season 2 needs to end on a high note to ensure a Season 3. Well, I'm pretty sure they're going to have a Season 3. But yeah, I agree. It needs to not be as dark. Tamerlane and Q's more subtle predecessor. You mean Trelane, not Tamer. I thought they were doing the whole Deep Space Nine stupid episode thing. Maybe the Red Angels are creatures from the Spore Network, like the Prophets in Deep Space Nine, guardians of the Spore Network. You know, that's kind of the initial thought that Samuel and myself had, that we put forward, that they were trying to see why Discovery was using the Spore Network and testing them. That's why they went to the New Eden planet, to make sure that Discovery's intentions were good. But I don't know about that. Ooh, what if the red matter is actually a life form? The Red Angel is Prime Lorca. That would also be kind of cool, but why? See, there's a lot of great theories floating around. Some of them make a lot more sense than others. Somebody just got to ask, why would that be the case, you know? The Red Angel's Captain Sisko trying to restore the timeline. That I could also see. I kind of doubt it, but yeah, or it's Dukat, because he fell into the Pa Wraith pit, and the Pa Wraiths are the fire creatures in the fire caves. So that's what the Red Angel looks like. And then Dukat, here going off on a Samuel script writing binge, Dukat comes back as a Pa Wraith and infiltrates the Celestial Temple and has a battle with Sisko, and they end up merging to become one being that is the all-seeing, all-helpful being of the universe, and they become the Red Angel. The battleships remind me of something from the the original series. Yes, I kind of thought that as well, but they didn't impress me. They were just obelisks, and it wasn't very interesting. Is V'ger evolved? I don't know. Sisko is Jesus. Michael is one of the archangels. Ooh. The Red Angel is Primus because of that crossover with Transformers. Red Angel is a female, probably. Wouldn't be disappointed if it was Q. What if Berman time travels and ends up with on the Picard show? You know, I could see them doing that. Please don't say that. That would really piss a lot of people off, and they don't need to do that. They need to focus on the Picard show being post TNG, not mentioning anything Discovery. Hi all, how's it going? Let's see here. Just going to set this to 2:13 a.m. Time is it? It's 11. Okay. There we go. Hi, Captain. Sorry I'm late. How is everything? Everything is good, except I'm super tired and super just under energized and just not myself tonight. So I apologize, guys. I know I have over 100 of you watching. I feel like I'm letting you all down, and I apologize. I'm trying to read your comments and stay engaged, but I wasn't feeling this live tonight. And don't forget, guys, if any of you can super chat, it'll make this really worth it. It's one of the reasons that I wanted to come on, just to not only talk to you guys, but to see if I grab some super chats. And Dreamer out there, you never let me down. Thank you. $5. I predict no matter how they wrap up this whole season, they won't be able to pay off. It won't be able to pay off or do justice to all of what they've started this season. I've had the same thing in the back of my mind, just nagging at me the whole time for season 2. I think you're right. We've kind of got it built up. A lot of people are set up to be disappointed with Spock, and that's fine. A lot of people are also hoping that it's going to be fantastic, and I don't think it's going to be as fantastic as everybody thinks or hopes it's going to be. So, did anyone notice my haircut, by the way? I got my haircut this afternoon, even though I really didn't have time to do it, but I thought I'd squeeze it in, and so I got my haircut. It looks like shit because I haven't styled it, but nobody said anything about my haircut. But when Sammy got his haircut, everybody's like, nice haircut. It's like, well, fine, I see how it is, guys. Double win, donating and making the captain happy. Yes. You're doing more than many others in your place would. Thank you for giving your all. Well, thank you, Heavy Fisted. I am trying. Only one haircut or all of them cut? Well, I had my entire lid scraped and my ears lowered. So I actually didn't have the hair cut. Just had the ears lowered, and then they ran a scraper over, I guess. Red Angel will be revealed to be the red shirt. I'll immediately snuff it. Maybe it's the ghosts of all the red shirts uniting to make sure that the red shirt thing doesn't become a thing. Can't even handle Star Trek continues, Spock. Yeah, Habercorn's... Yeah, I hear what you're saying. In my defense, your haircut is blurry. Oh, see, don't remind me that it's blurry, because then I have to fix it. Miguel Morita puts in $10. Good episode tonight. Well, thank you. Well, thank you. I didn't do the episode. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about it, as I've said. So, configure video. I'm gonna try something here, guys. Autofocus. Let's try that. That might improve the video quality a little bit. That's what the camera settings. I thought your hair had lost some pixels. Very likely. Very likely. Talk amongst yourself for a second. I just gotta try something here. There, that's better. See, the weird thing is in my OBS it looks like crisp and clear, but when I look at my YouTube preview window it's kind of pixely. Yeah. We won't be doing that. Anyway, I shouldn't be doing this when I'm talking to you guys. I apologize. I should have this set up beforehand, but it should be the same setup as it always has been. But anyway, there we go. I'm back. When you back it up, it changes just for that. Well, right before I started, it did an update to OBS, so I don't know if that affected it or not, but I mean, video isn't bad, it's decent. I know, but decent's not good enough. Like I said, next week I'm just going to plug this thing in. This is the one I always film with. My captain's logs and everything. I'm just going to put it on a tripod and plug it in and just do it that way. It's probably the best way to do it. This is an old Logitech. Not really old either, but it's a Logitech camera. It could be better quality. The one downstairs I have is a Brio, and it's like a 4K camera. So, but I'm not moving my camera up all the time and my microphone. So, Dave Scarpa puts in $1.99. Thank you. Captain, did you ever get the Eagle Moss Discovery Prize? Yes, I did. I did a review on it as well. So check it out. Go look for my Discovery Enterprise Eagle Moss review. Tomorrow's review is the Bonaventure, which I think is on pre-order right now for everybody. The USS Bonaventure from the Ships of the Line calendar. And I also have a really good captain's log tomorrow where I go back to my old captain's log style where I address your comments and questions first and have something to talk about at the end. Because I've been uploading my old captain's logs to my personal channel and I've just been watching them, and it's great to watch the old logs and see that old format. So it's focusing on your background. It's all good though, no worries. See, I don't understand because on OBS it's crystal clear. The picture looks beautiful on the OBS preview window, but then as soon as it goes to when I look at the YouTube window, it's pixely and grainy. The border's not. The OBS border looks fine. Hi Cap, work on your USS Foley model. That will get your mind off of things. Yeah, I need to do that. I need to start painting that actually. I just finished the Megablocks Enterprise. That was a fun distraction. But I need to start working on the refit. I need to get the Foley class done. There's a few other models I want to do. So, yeah, that's definitely a thing. Let's see here. Personally, I still need to watch your space stock review you did last week or the week before. I might get that. You should check it out. It's not as good as I thought it was going to be, but it's not terrible by any means. I would recommend getting it. I think you missed my last super chat. Oh, did I? Sorry, dreamer out there. I did. Dreamer out there puts in $5. Thank you very much. Maybe the red things are the physical manifestations of Trek canon looking for Kurtzman, yelling his name and saying he's got a lot to answer for. Or just yelling at Brian Fuller for screwing up Discovery from day one. And they've had to play catch up. I think Brian Fuller did more damage. No cylindrical nacelles. Klingon ships can't look like Klingon ships. The Klingons have to be totally different. it was all his directives that created all those things. So yeah, Jeff, I just read it. Thank you. All gravy. What class is the Farragut? The Farragut. In TOS, I think the Farragut's a Constitution class, if my memory serves me right. But I could be wrong. Can't wait for the Discovery documentary, The Making of a Disaster, coming out in 2030. I just want something like Star Trek Continues. Well, you have Star Trek Continues you could watch. Hey Cap, how was Pike in tonight's episode? Pike was fantastic. Pike was Pike. Pike was doing the Starfleet captain thing a little too much at one point. I thought he should have been a little bit more aggressive. Don't get me wrong, he had that dad vibe going on where you push me and you're going to pay for it. But I think he was a little bit too forgiving, a little bit too diplomatic at one point when he shouldn't have been. But Fuller worked on DS9, so why did he go nuts? I don't know, because I remember when we first heard that Brian Fuller was going to be on Discovery, Doug Drexler was happy. He's like, Fuller's a good guy, he's going to do very well. And yeah, no, I don't know what happened. Yeah, Orville blew Discovery out of the water tonight. I absolutely love seeing some badass Saru, though. Yeah, I agree with both those things. Yep, fixing Fuller's mess takes time. As long as they continue working on fixing it, it is a bit of time. If it takes a bit of time, I'll be happy. Agreed. Fuller was fired, left all the other shows, so I think he might have a mental breakdown. Maybe. Jeff says, yes, the Farragut was a Connie, as I suspected. I like your Megablox Enterprise. Nice job on it, Captain. Well, thank you, Curtis. It was a pleasure to build at some points. I'd say it was 30% annoyance and being pissed off, and the rest 70% was just like, this is going together nicely, this looks good. So it's a fun build if you can get it. There are a few problems with it you need to be mindful of. Don't think that it doesn't go together, because it does. You'll see a lot of reviews for it that say it doesn't, certain parts don't fit. They do. Watch my review, I'm very fair about it. There's one part that didn't stay on that I had to fix with glue, but everything else went on beautifully. Not beautifully, everything else went on. Some things were a little bit hard to get on, but it's possible to do it. You just need to be a little bit patient and finagle it a little bit. I'm still hoping for a Pike series. That'd be cool. I don't think Discovery Season 1 will ever be forgotten, so I think it's going to be hard for Discovery to gain respect for a while. I totally agree, although a lot of the haters have quieted down quite a bit since Season 2 came out. A lot of them are even kind of thinking that some of the episodes are pretty good. Dreamer out there puts in another $5. Thank you. I don't know why, but before the Trek shorts, I thought they were like T-Rexes on Saru's planet. Why he said they were prey? Was this a thing? Why did he say they were prey? Was this a thing? They are kind of prey. They get called at a certain time to this obelisk where they get like teleported up. But yeah, I thought the same thing when he said they were prey. I pictured them running around the planet like horses. You know, being hunted by like larger giant creatures or something. I would have thrown that Mega Bloks against the wall. It's pretty sturdily built, so I think you'd dent your wall or put a hole in your drywall, to be fair, depending on how you threw it. I don't want a Pike series unless it's a mini-series. I agree with that as well. I think a 6-episode mini-series or even a 12-episode mini-series would be fantastic for a Pike show. The haters have moved on to Captain Marvel. Yeah. Going back to Trek shorts, Calypso. Will there be a follow-up? I'm sure there will be. I'm sure they're going to tie Calypso in somehow. Samuel and myself have talked about that a few times on our lives, talking about how that could be the case, how the ship gets abandoned and left for 1,000 years, or gets time traveled somewhere and then sits there for 1,000 years. There's ways they could do it. I'm just not sure how they're going to do it. And I really want him to come back. Kraft, I think, was his name. I want him to come back because I really like that actor. So they said they couldn't run. They said they could run really fast for a really long time. So I think the Kelpians are like antelope. Kind of, yeah. Could the Rain Angels be a future evolution of Saru's race? I mean, anything's possible. Saru made it look like they were hunting in packs and running around from other species, not grown for food. Yeah, that's exactly the vibe that I got from season 1 when he was talking about that. So, since Nero is knocking about somewhere, he could show up. They should have done T-Rexes on Saru's planet. What, hunting them? Yeah, but they have to be intelligent T-Rexes. Like the, the Voth from Voyager, the Voth city ship with the dinosaur, the species that evolved from dinosaurs. Anyway, guys, it's been 57 minutes. It's been an hour. It's longer than I thought I would go tonight. I'm feeling very blah and very drained. I need a drink of water. So I'm going to let you guys go for now, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Check out mid to late afternoon for our quick review, and then tomorrow at 5 Eastern Standard Time, if you can join us, by all means join us for our live discussion. It's probably going to be at 5. It might be at 4. We bumped it up last 2 weeks, and it worked really good. We got some more people in there to see it, so I'm not sure if it'll be at 4 or 5. Just keep an eye on the Facebook page. It'll tell you when it's going live. Plus, we'll of course schedule it so you guys get the notifications for it. But yes, next week, guys, I've updated the audio here. I'm going to update and use this camera instead for the video. It should be 1,000 times better. I apologize for the blurriness in this one, but this webcam is kind of letting me down. It works better when it's brighter in the room, so I don't know if that's the reason it's not working properly, but anyway, sorry for letting you guys down on that. Yeah, so I'll try to get some rest. I'll go get a drink. What I'm going to do right now, if you guys really care, I'm going to go get a drink. I'm going to sit on the couch, pet my dog for a minute. That's not code for anything. I'm going to pet the pug, the precious pug. Then I'm going to turn on Discovery, take some notes, and once Discovery's over, then I'm probably going to chill. I might play Ace Combat 7 for half an hour or so, depending. I'll probably be re-energized by the time Discovery's over, because I kind of go in waves for my tiredness. So I might play Ace Combat. I might also watch YouTube. Not Anti-Trekker, though. I'm not going to check out Anti-Trekker, but I'll watch my regular stuff like Nostalgia Critic or PewDiePie or something. So that's my night. I'll probably be up till 2 or 3, then get up tomorrow probably around 9:30, film with Samuel, then do our live. So yay, there you go. And now you know. Drive the Camaro tomorrow. You know what? No, because it's shitty weather. It was mild today. It was above 0, but it's still yucky, and the car's covered up in the driveway. So no, I don't want to get salt and stuff on it. It's never once been winter driven, and it's a 79 Camaro, so it's never once had salt and shit all in it. So I'm not driving it on these roads. There's no way. I wish I could, because it would really relax me to take it for a spin. Camaro weather on Sunday. I'm sure it will be, but the roads will still be shit and they'll still have salt all over them, so I'm not driving it. So no. LOL, mild today above 0. 0 Celsius. It was very nice. The snow was all melting, and it's going to be like that for a few days, so I don't do Fahrenheit because Fahrenheit is stupid. Celsius makes sense. Celsius is logical. Celsius is the way to go. So there you go. Yeah, I won't be driving the Camaro till the spring. Don't worry, guys. Anyway, thank you very much for watching and for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. And putting up with my just Damn, that's a sexy beast of a Camaro. I'm sure I had one of those Matchbox cars as a kid. So 33 Fahrenheit. I guess. I don't know. Whatever the hell your Fahrenheit is so fucking stupid. Celsius, 0 is freezing, 100 is boiling. Anything under 0 is cold. 40 at minus 40, that's when Fahrenheit and Celsius meet, which is stupid. It's minus 40 for both. I don't know where you get your Fahrenheit from, but you guys need to stop it. The rest of the world is doing Celsius and metric. Get with the program. Do metric. Makes sense. It's not hard to figure out. Not this, it was 74 degrees today, or it went up to 102 degrees today. I'm like, holy shit, that's boiling, man. Your skin must have been melting off. The Fahrenheit thing pisses me off. Stop it. Anyway, on that note, telling you that your American system of Fahrenheit is stupid, I will let you guys go, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you very much for joining me. And if I haven't pissed you off too much, please join us tomorrow for a live, or watch it after the fact if you can't watch it live, because we're going to do a complete episode breakdown and review. And I'm interested to hear Samuel's thoughts on this episode, because I really didn't enjoy it. So it'll be fun to see if we agree or if we are at odds again. So join us for that, and I will see you guys later. Thank you so much. Have a good night, guys. And yes, Fahrenheit is garbage. I agree, Ryan.